Hello, YouTube. I'm back live on YouTube. If you're wondering that I didn't have no announcements that I was going live on YouTube, because Hunter Gibson made me go live on YouTube because he wanted to watch my live tonight. So, YouTube, y'all are getting a little taste of a good Tuesday night live stream on Facebook. Random trivia night here on Facebook and YouTube. Y'all can just do whatever y'all want to do. But, sorry, YouTube. I know that's probably confusing you. I mean, Facebook, I know that's probably confusing you. But yeah, I'm live on YouTube on this end, and I can kind of see the reflection of my glasses when I'm live on both ends. So, yeah. Jennifer Beckett said, not a drop today. Tomorrow looks bad. See, here lately it doesn't even say it's supposed to rain, then it rains. As Madeline said, as of now we have a full call, but if something changes, I will let you know about what English is. Oh, well, that's all good. Still. But Justin Coa said, have you seen the 10K to win race, a limited super late model series race at 7 in September? Should be a good one. Dustin Cohen, I did see a post about that. About Sveven doing a big time race with the limited super late models. I try to go to Sveven at least once a year, and that's for the big front wheel drive race. But yeah, guys, that's got good melon. Hopefully me and my dad can see that about that. But David Flounder said, good evening, Nate. Good evening, David Flounder. How are you doing? But yeah, all good racing plans this weekend. No, Langston has a good race in this weekend for this weekly. And I think Sumter's paying like 5,000, 4,000. I don't know, y'all correct me. What Sumter's paying for the late models this weekend. The Hunter Gibson says, heck yeah. And yippee, then I'm live on YouTube at the same time as live on Facebook again. Wasn't planning on going live on YouTube, so if y'all, my Facebook people are confused, I just decided to do a pop-up live on YouTube because of Hunter Gibson. If you go to the YouTube live stream, you will see in the title that it says because of Hunter Gibson, So, yeah, that's how Hunter stung out on this live stream. But, yeah. So right now it's about 8 p.m. We be live for about another 2 hours on Facebook and about another 1 hour on YouTube. Yeah, we're just doing a nice salt and sweet about hour live stream on YouTube. Then we still got a good old long and sweet 2 hour live on Facebook. So yeah, I know you're special. If you wonder when I'm reading those comments, it's from the YouTube side. As Sweet Country Girl, hello. As she just took our #1 fan title. You know, whoever can win the #1. On YouTube, it has a competition, whoever interacts the most gets the top gift of packs. But, Jennifer Beckett said 5,000 for late models this weekend for limited super late models at Santa. And then Jennifer Beckett said 1,000 for Crown Vics this weekend also. Yeah, Crown Vics. Oh, they had a great call count last week. But Sweet Country Girl, what's up? How are you doing? And also Geo Gamer. Well, I make you smile. Hey, at least I make somebody smile. And Hunter Gibson said, how am I not getting the points thing? And Sweet Country Girl is apparently 30 and single. I didn't really know that. But, anybody else wondering? I guess. Hunter Gibson, I don't know how you ain't getting the points thing. Well, of course I make you smile. But, Madeline said, I know that it's going to be an awesome race. Yeah, this weekend at Santos, really looking forward to going back. Jennifer Beckett said 22 Crown Vics this weekend at Santos. Wow. It was a great Crown Vic count at Carolina Motor Speedway for last Friday, talking about stuff. So, yeah. But yeah, please leave a good old like on YouTube. And a good old like on Facebook. Get the likes up on Facebook and YouTube. And if you're on YouTube, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. This is Salt and Sweet. I end the YouTube live at about 9:15 p.m. Sunday, and I can spend the rest of it with Facebook when it comes to that point. But we got about 2 hours left on Facebook. About an hour, a little bit more than an hour left I'm going to do on YouTube. Yes, yeah, Hunter. Be watching. But, Guys who advice, thank you for the likes. Thank y'all for all the great comments, and let's talk some great racing action. You know, I feel college football is, what is it now, 11 days away? If anybody interested in some good old college football, it's 11 days away from starting. High school football kind of starts back this Friday night with the Gambouille. North Central High School hosting the Swan Gambouille this Friday. I'll probably sell something in the quick about information for that, so check it out. Hunter Gibson said, I'm hopefully going to the Daytona 500 next year. Hopefully I get to go. Go Lawson. Nathan Racing Adventures do have some big plans for September. Hopefully I'm going to the NASCAR Bristol race for the entire weekend. I would come up there late Friday night, so I would get there. I would be there Saturday for the Infinity race. Hopefully get to see Connor Zilla's race if he can heals up from his broken collarbone that he took falling out of a race car last Saturday. It was something else. But I mean, he fell getting out of a race car. That sucks for Connor. But I have a backup plan if that weekend doesn't work out. Maybe the Soul at Woval. But I'm going to one of those 2 NASCAR races this year. And then, a big thanks to Medlin for a salt. I plan on getting a bunch of cool NASCAR drivers to sign my salt. And then once I get NASCAR drivers to sign it, I'm planning on getting some dirt track drivers to sign it and hang it up in the back. And y'all can see a good salt full of good drivers on the back of it. But thank y'all for 2 likes on YouTube and all the comments that I see and all the good attention we have on this Facebook Live here tonight too. As Sweet Country Girl, you good. Hunter's just giving you a hard time. But Hunter Gibson said, I get BTS means behind the scenes stuff. Yeah. Well, when I go to Bristol, you will get behind the scenes stuff, I guess. I think that's what you mean. Yeah, Hunter, you're doing your job, one way or another, as a moderator on YouTube. But Jennifer Beckett said, I need a pink marker, haha. Well, alright, I'll get you a pink marker to sign your name. I think I have to get a marker in the get-go when I go to the NASCAR track. And I'm going to wait till next season to start getting it signed by dirt track drivers. I'm going to try to first hit up a few NASCAR races to try to sign now. And also, I plan on going to a NASCAR race here from the years on out to try to get to go with 1 or 2 of them a year. Well, next year, I'm already looking into buying tickets to the Coke 400 at Daytona. I would go to Daytona 500, but that's really hard for me to get to with my dad. He's a wrestling coach, so it's really busy that time of year. So, I'm going to try my best to go to the Daytona 400 when it comes to next year. About this time next year. But I'm looking forward to going to Bristol next month. Or the Solid Woval. The end of September. But Bristol's about middle September. Hunter Gibson said, I got plenty of markers. You definitely got to at least try to get the King's autographs. I mean, if Lester Petty's there, duh, that would be someone very nice to talk to. Thank you, Sweet Country Girl, for the subscription on, subscribing to my YouTube. Thank you, I got 422 subscribers on YouTube right now. Thank y'all for that. Uploading 1 video on YouTube right when I get done with the lives tonight. Well, I'm ending this YouTube live at about 9:15 p.m. and Facebook being at about 10 p.m. like we always do. But, yeah. Last time I did a YouTube and Facebook Live Mexico, that didn't work out good because we had some troublemakers come up on here. But now that those troublemakers are out of here, they said I'll be good. And yeah, thank you, Sweet Country Girl. I'll just call you Country Girl. First of all, I don't really like calling you. But, not saying you ain't sweet, but I just call you the last 2 words, Country Girl. If you don't have a problem with that. But right now, you got the number 1 point, all up the number 1 gifter bass. It's Hunter. I don't know how you ain't getting points. I guess because you're a moderator, it doesn't give you points. But yeah. So what's y'all's racing weekend's plans? I know Nathan Racing Events has some big plans to end out this year. But what's y'all's plans when it comes throughout the season? Hopefully y'all have a good lot of plans. I just noticed something sad. Faint LeGrant usually was always on my recommended Zelda live stream to list. And since Faint LeGrant's been passing away, obviously I don't need to Zelda live stream to him no more. So it's sad that he doesn't pop up on the recommended Zelda live stream to list no more because he's inactive in the group. Because he passed away here not too long ago. Faint LeGrant, you will not be forgot in the Nathan Racing Events Award. But Jennifer Beckett said no mods do not get points on YouTube. Okay, Hunter, that's why you're not getting points. Thanks to Jennifer. But yeah, thanks to Jennifer. Yeah. So, Hunter, that's why you're not getting points on YouTube, because you're a moderator. Hunter, that is sad. For your sake. But hey, you have multiple accounts. Go to another YouTube account. And if people start causing trouble, hop back onto your moderator account. Well, something like that. I don't really know. Do what you want. But, yeah, Hunter Gibson said it seems so cool to me. I have a friend online from Daytona. He goes to the 500 East and every year and gets pit passes a lot. Yeah, I can't imagine how much the pit passes cost from the Daytona 500. Tickets to go to the tickets and just for the 2024 Daytona 500. Well, obviously, I didn't have to pay. Good thanks to Gary Knight for that. But there was some expensive tickets. As Abba says begins. Hunter Gibson said he wished boy. Well, yeah, if he has all that money to go to the Daytona 500 every year. Don't get me wrong, I want to go to the Daytona race, the Coke 400 later next year. But again, those are big plans that I will try to get pieced together as this year goes along. But the next race for Nathan Racing Events will be Santa Motor Speedway for the Carolina class and a 1,000 to win Crown Vic race this Saturday. Then August 23rd, not going nowhere. August 30th, not going, well, I'm going somewhere with my youth group August 23rd. But then, on August 30th, I'm going to go to the opening week of college football. Then September 6th, hopefully I will be at East Lincoln Speedway for a decently big sprint car race at East Lincoln Speedway on September 6th. So that's Nathan Racing Events' plans from here on out into the future. But Jennifer Beckett said, I was a mod for over 15 YouTubers that had never won anything and got no points. Well, see, that makes sense, Hunter. So, yeah, you just sit there and help and help the streamer out, which is still very appreciated. But, yeah, thanks to all the subscribers on YouTube. 422, no, it's not a lot, but for a small YouTube channel kind of like I got, I love all the subscribers I get. And my Facebook group was almost 1,400 members, and my TikTok page was 1,700 followers, which is the most popular social media page I got. And besides Instagram, the shortest amount of time I had a social media page. Instagram is Nathan Brazel if you want to check out my Instagram. And Thomas Beckett's call is the profile picture. So if you want to check out, I just thought that was a little cool thing I do with my social media pages. Like on YouTube, David Deandle is my profile picture. This is the one I go watch the late models for at Carolina last Friday and now this Saturday at Sumter Speedway. And stuff like that. But Hunter Gibson said he helps getting the race together a few days before, and he helps get the pits get gas cancelers and things. Okay, well, it seems like your friend's pretty useful when it comes to helping out Daytona a tiny bit. So, yeah, that's nice. But yeah, if y'all watching these on YouTube or Facebook, please hit that like button, like the live streams up. It's right now, I still think it's Cuts for God. It got the top fan award on YouTube, and then, you know, top fans just don't really get a reward on Facebook. But I think Jennifer Beckett owns the top fan award. But I want to ask y'all a question and see who knows it. I'm about to bring up some saddle news in the racing world and some medical updates in the racing world. Hunter Gibson kind of just reminded me. So, but before that, I want to ask a question. It's random trivia night, no points on either end. So, this is a random trivia night question. How many wins does Dale Earnhardt Jr. I mean, did Dale Earnhardt have before he died, passed away? Y'all all know what happened. But yeah, how many wins did Dale Earnhardt Sr. get in his career? And Hunter Gibson just didn't let nobody else have the opportunity to answer that question. 76 Cup, technically Winston Cup Series wins, or whatever you used to call it back in the day. But yeah, got a 76 for the man, the Mr. Legend, the man in black. The man in the black, number 3. Fly. I wish I could get in the interview. Hunter Gibson, you never said I could answer. Well, you can answer on YouTube or Facebook. I don't really care what you answer on. But yeah, guys, how are y'all doing? But first, I do want to, not first of all, we've been live for a minute. About 8:15, be live for another hour and 45 minutes here on Facebook for this random trivia night challenge we kind of having. And on YouTube, I end the live stream on YouTube at about 9:15. So about an hour left, I'm going to do this live stream on YouTube. I want to put the end of it back on Facebook, what was supposed to be tonight anyway. You can blame Hunter for it being flip-flop today. But it's still all good. Uploading a YouTube video when I get done with this live, so I'm going to check out my YouTube channel. That's Hunter Gibson, more trivia. Yeah, but I do need to get out this Aptocast. Connor Zillis. Obviously, y'all know I pull for him a lot. And a big thanks to him and his family for some of the opportunities Nathan Racing Events was having coming up in the future with some of these NASCAR races. Not getting up on the details, because it's really not my stuff to sell. But, big thanks to him. Hunter Gibson, you know what I'm talking about. Other people, y'all can just ask me and I can kind of tell you, but not over the live stream. But a big thanks to him and his family for some of the opportunities I'm going to get here later in this season. But, first of all, he got I think it's his 6th Cup Infinity Series win. This is his rookie year in Infinity Series. And he already got 6 wins. He was going to race Cup Sunday and do a triple duty. He raced the 45 in trucks and Infinity, obviously in his 88 where he got his 6 wins, and then he's gonna race in Cup. But he got on top of his car after the win at Watson's Glen, and then he fell off of his car and onto the concrete hard where he ended up breaking his collarbone, and he just had surgery for that this morning. So prayers for Connor Zillis continue recovery. Luckily, Infinity Series is taking this weekend off, so he isn't really missing too much. Hopefully, he can be back in time for Daytona, the Daytona 400, or Coke 400 at Daytona, in 2 weeks, which is the event I'm talking about going to in 2 years' time. But hopefully, I go to the Bristol or Charlotte Roval race this year. But again, we see how all stuff works out. I just normally talk about my next 2 races in Nathan Racing Events line up, and right now, my next 2 races will be Sumter Speedway for the Carolina Class. That's a 1,000 to win Crown Vic race this weekend at Sumter Speedway. Then in August 23rd, I'll be busy. Then August 30th, being going to the opening week of college football, so I won't be going nowhere then. Then September 6th, East Lincoln Speedway for a decent sized sprint car race. So that's the next 2 races for Nathan Racing Events. As Jennifer Beckett said, yeah, I seen that. That was crazy. See, I know Connor Zillis. Well, my dad knows. My dad used to work with him. So obviously I hear a lot about him. I'm looking forward to getting to know him here and coming. I kind of know him as it is, but looking forward to actually getting to know him. But yeah, Hunter, when his injury, it made my whole body ache, cause made my leg ache more than anything. Cause when I seen it, I'm surprised his leg didn't get pulled out of place when he fell on the door like that. But I said, I wish I could come to Daytona push his races with you. Maybe you will eventually. But, when I save enough money for tickets on my own terms, but yeah, Jennifer Beckett, I really am glad he's okay. That was a terrible fall, and it was so nasty to see after a race like that. And I also need to talk about another sad moment. Jennifer Beckett, if you know what I'm talking about, or maybe you could do me a favor and scroll in the group to a recent post. You're going to see some stuff about it. The driver that died at Bowman Gray Stadium. I'm so sorry for not saying, and I can't specifically remember his name. But we did sadly have a Sweet Stock driver. At least I think he was racing. He was either racing Sweet Stock or late models at Bowman Gray. and sadly, from what the reports say, he had a medical issue and sadly had a heart attack in the car. And then his body went limp. He went full throttle into the wall and sadly died at on the way to the hospital last Saturday night at Bowman Gray Stadium. So very sad for a loss of a good race car driver at Bowman Gray. Have his name somewhere in the group. So, but yeah, Hunter get some buddy time if we ever get to go to a NASCAR race together. But Night Ez says hello, and where are you from? I'm from good old fashioned about Camden, Colsaw, South Carolina area. Yeah, Hunter Gibson, he did die. He had a heart attack and sadly did end up passing after that Bowman Gray race. Sadly, but I feel bad for not knowing his name off the top of my head. I have a post of it in the group, and if I wasn't on the YouTube live, I could switch around. Don't mind me using don't mind me using a little forklift arm to point. Again, for Beckett said, I can't think of his name off the top of my head, but that was very, very heartbreaking. Yeah, it definitely was. You know, you get into these race cars knowing this type of stuff can happen, but you'd never want it to happen. And sadly, it ended up being his last race. Hunter Gibson says Israel, because Night Ez says who would win war? Turkey versus Israel. Hunter Gibson, you're gonna go answer his question. You're gonna tell him it's not a political channel. But only wars I really care about if they happen in between the United States, and then I obviously know the United States have the manpower to go and win those wars. But Jennifer Beckett said I can't think of his name off the top of my head, but that was a very, very heartbreaking. Oh, sorry, I read that comment twice. I just didn't put a reaction on it, so I didn't know I read it. That's how I on YouTube it doesn't let you react and stuff to comments like that. But on Facebook I put a reaction on the comment, so I know I read the comment and reacted to that person's comment because I like reacting to everyone's comment. But yeah. Hope y'all having a good Tuesday though. Again, next live stream, YouTube. I was not gonna go live today. But Hunter Gibson requested a live, so I'm due about a little over an hour live here on YouTube. Ended live at about 9:15 on YouTube. Facebook, y'all still got an hour and 40 minutes left on this normal Sizzwood Tuesday night live stream. But next Thursday from 7:45 p.m. to 10 p.m. on YouTube, we are gonna have a Roblox roast sock racing live stream on YouTube. So kick me out there, Facebook people, on YouTube from Thursday night from 7:45 to 10 p.m. Have some fun. Probably see Hunter racing against me in that last thing. He's probably gonna kill me. So, and then next Monday from 7:45 p.m. to 10 p.m. we are gonna have a NASCAR Heat 5. NASCAR Heat 5 live on Facebook. So either way, if you just want to wait till Monday on Facebook, you're gonna see me do some PlayStation racing. Just on one of the two things. And Hunter Gibson said, I have to support my buddy somehow. Well, Monoware is a good governed way of doing it. Jennifer Beckett said, I'm not working right now, so it's a good Tuesday night. Well, hey, you get Tuesday night off today. So, you take advantage of it and be on one of my Nathan Racing events as good old fashioned live stream. This is appreciated for your time. Everyone times it watches my live streams. Hunter Gibson says, will you be streaming NASCAR Heat 25 when it comes out? Lastly, I want to talk about a fun live stream concept I'm doing. So next year, when it starts with the NASCAR Heat 5 game. Not NASCAR Heat, no. NASCAR 25. iRacing now got the license to make NASCAR games, so they have been in the process of making one for a while now. When NASCAR Heat 20, it's not Heat. Heat is over with. Heat was never really a good NASCAR maker in the get-go. Loved playing that game in the time frame of it being out, but it's because it's the only NASCAR game we had. But, doing a career mode series on Facebook. It's gonna be a Facebook only. Comes out October 14th, Hunter. But it's a Facebook only one. It'll be a Facebook only series. Because I want everyone to be able to keep up with it on Facebook, my most loyal live supporters. Not saying YouTube ain't good, but I have a set, I need to get a set series I do on YouTube and not, this Facebook. Well, college football has kind of been both, so I kind of have that, but it's not dedicated to one page anymore as it once was originally. But this is Facebook series with the NASCAR 25. I'm going to do a career mode, or I do one race, a live stream, and y'all can see how my career mode unfolds when I begin as an ARCA Menards driver and work my way up to a Cup Series champion. Y'all get to see all the bad moments, and then y'all get to see all the good moments. As Hunter, don't be offended. You can watch most of the time on Facebook when it comes to that time. It'd be the sort of next year before. It'd probably be around December when I start that. Because it comes out on October 14th. I want to do a few things on my own time. Learn the game, and then do it when it comes about to December. So, but Jennifer Beckett said, probably not going to make it to next week's live. My house is getting work done next week. Well, hopefully your house can get some good work done. That's more important than a live stream sometimes. You got to help make sure your house is getting nice and safe. Well, yeah, take care of your house before worrying about a live stream. Getting some house remodeling done. But Kevin Brazzle says, what's up? What's up, Uncle Kevin? You know, he asked last night, was I going live? I guess he didn't pay too good attention to last Monday's live stream about how having to move this one to a Tuesday. But, hey, we all here now on this Tuesday night. It's about 8:25, so we'd be on YouTube Facebook for about an hour and 35 more minutes. And then, I'm live on YouTube because my buddy Hunter requested it. But I'll be live on YouTube just until about 9:15 p.m. That's when I'm in the live stream on YouTube, so I can focus the last, at the time it would be 45 minutes on Facebook side, like we originally promised for this random Twitter night live stream. Jennifer Beckett said, new sliding windows and doors of an 100-year-old house. Well, an 100-year-old house. Surprised it didn't get torn down by a hurricane by now. You know, I'm just talking about being on that coastline and stuff like that. Most of the houses on the coast, you know, I feel like they probably get rebuilt quite faintly because of all the bad weather you get on the coastline. With, I think Hilton Head might have to be washing out for this hurricane off sea right now. Well, right now it's a tropical storm, but it's supposed to turn into a hurricane. They said it could make landfall as a Category 4 if it keeps going like it's going. And it could make landfall about the South Carolina Gaza coastline. So, pay attention to that. Stay safe for that weather. It's about August 23rd timeline. Not going no racing that weekend, going to the trampoline park. Hopefully the hurricane and stuff don't prevent me from that. Hunter Gibson, you know about the trampoline park. Hunter Gibson said, let me know when something happened. Just say pizza, because I'm looking at my TV. Okay. Well, you can listen and comment, whatever you feel like. Jennifer Beckett says, sis, we don't talk about South Carolina getting hit on by a hurricane. Well, if you don't talk about it, people are going to be underprepared. But I see what you mean. You don't want to bring the bad vibes when it comes to hurricanes. But sadly, it does look like we have one coming. Now, it could hit Gaza and come into South Carolina, but it's still going to be bad either way if it makes landfall. Now, they said there's a chance it could still go back out to sea. Which obviously that's what everyone's everyone's hoping for. But yeah, we see how that hurricane and stuff unfolds. I'm about to give y'all a cool background on here on YouTube. If I can remember how. Well, YouTube normally gives me an option to do a background. I don't know, YouTube normally gives me an option to put cool backgrounds behind me, but I don't know why YouTube isn't allowing me to do that. Well, it's going to do that for y'all on YouTube. But Kevin, you got any racing plans this weekend? We done talked about my racing plans. This Saturday was going to the trampoline park with my youth group, but instead that we moving that to next week. So I still get to. So now I get to go racing. Not get to. Hopefully, I'll be getting to go racing next year in a race car. So I have to talk to Kevin about that though. Oh, whatever. But I get talked out one way or another. I want to race. So I want to show the real side of my racing instead of looking like a lawnmower out there, as people say. But hey, I'm faster than that. I'm gonna put the foot down. I'm faster since then. Trust me. So, but please leave a good old like on this live stream on YouTube if you're watching there, on Facebook if you're watching there. But yeah, get some good old likes up on this live stream. But yeah, Kevin, you need to come down to Sumter. I bet Jennifer Beckett and Thomas Beckett and them, they want to meet you. They hear a lot about you on these live streams, but you know, I bet Medlin and Aaron talks about you too. To them. So, yeah, you need to get down there and meet them. It's Gossip Ice, how you doing? But yeah, a bunch of good stuff on this live stream on both ends. But yeah, Sumter Speedway for Nathan Racing events was this weekend for a $5,000 to win a limited a Carolina Class Super Late Model race. Get to see my Uncle David Yender race for the second week in a row. I went to see him race at Carolina Speedway for the $50 annual final race last Friday. And this coming week, and again, and they have paying $1,000 to win for Crown Vics as well. So good race for Sumter Speedway this weekend. Kevin Plaza said not so yet, but more than likely Lancaster. Well, I know you did pretty good at Lancaster last week. I was watching the live stream, at least what I could of Michael Ott's live stream, before he broke and they ended up cutting the live stream off. But I watched what I could of it last week, and it looked like you got a solid third place finish. Out of, well, it looked like with a decent call count of Hornet calls. Kevin Plaza said getting ready for a big race on a big track. So that's why you testing out your front wheel drive car, Kevin. Are you talking about the well, there's two races you could be talking about. The dart track is solid or Iran. Raceway. Because you know that Sock 4 race we was gonna go up down to Virginia that one time when they was paying like $1,000, $2,000. Well, now they have a race. I think it's November 15th. Of paying $10,000 for Sock 4 race. It's kind of like a condo fall. So what a big race we could have planned for November 15th. And Uncle Kevin said, yeah, it runs okay. I know it was up there with some, and he was at least close to the second place guy. And then I think he was pretty decent. He's close top 3, I think, at Lancaster with Gabe McManus breaking. And then his dad ended up selling the win. Brad McManus, from what I heard. So yeah, at about 9 o'clock, I'm going to end this live stream on YouTube. And then the last hour of this live stream, I will be good and devoted to Facebook. We got about an hour and 30 minutes left on Facebook. About 30 minutes left on YouTube for this little unexpected live. So, yeah, also got supper waiting for me, so. I eat that after this live stream's over with. But I want to get this other phone so I can moderate some on Facebook. Not like anything crazy happening like the last time we did a YouTube Facebook crossover, but still. The same gist of everything. See, when I'm looking this way, I'm looking at YouTube. I'm looking at Facebook. Looking this way, I'm looking at YouTube. So, that's why I'm not looking dead at you all the time. Gotta look at both phones. That's why I'm gonna end one before I end the other. Just because this little fun pop-up live I'm doing on YouTube tonight, and it ends up doing pretty good as it is already. So, yeah. Plus, yeah, some fun stuff for Nathan Racing Events was playing, with hopefully Bristol Motor Speedways in the cards for Nathan Racing Events is about mid next month, and then at September 6th, hopefully going to East Lincoln Speedway for a sprint car race. So hopefully some good plans for Nathan Racing Events is coming up. But please leave a good old like if you're watching on YouTube or you watching on Facebook. we still have a good old-fashioned time. So yeah, some fun stuff. And I got something fun, lots of working to do after this episode is over with. But I mean, it's still I want it. As Kevin Brother said, I got a little something planned. Oh. Well, I guess I'll find out what you got planned eventually. But, okay, Kevin. Guess we see how your little plan unfolds. But, yeah. But yeah, we got some good fun stuff for Nathan Racing Events' plans. I hopefully got most of November 15th. I think I got mostly something planned, even if that's just sitting at home. I got something planned for about every week here in this racing season. I'm trying to find some type of racing event in December to go to. Want to make it a go while I go to at least one racing event each month this year, which I think would be the first time in Nathan Racing Events' history. I just need to find something in December to do. So, yeah. Know any good events going on in December. We see how all that turns out and plans out. But yeah, what's some of y'all's big racing plans? I know Kevin has a little something planned. I guess I see what that is as it comes. But anyway, please said hi. I'm hoping I can figure out my way. I miss you, so I can win next week. Just got to find the wards that bumped up. You got to find the wires, I think that you meant bumped up. With the electrical fire you had in your car. But yeah, I miss going to something too. That's why I'm looking forward to going back to it this weekend. For the Carolina Class Super Late Models plus 1,000 to win crown at that race. Seems like it's going to be a fun Santa Speedway race, like Santa Speedway always is. Always fun. But yeah, YouTube. I'm going to be live on YouTube for about 25 more minutes. Because YouTube live streams, they get talking to you at the beginning, but then they die off, so. Went live on YouTube and Facebook today if you want to know why I'm looking both places, because of a request I had from my friend Hunter. But yeah, gonna end this YouTube live in about 25 minutes, and then we continue on this random night trivia challenge. Well, random night trivia, no point thing here on Facebook. But yeah. Next, this coming Thursday from 7:45 p.m. to 10 p.m., I'll be live on my YouTube channel once again for a Rosac Racing on Roblox live stream. Well, I'm going to do some fun racing action on my PlayStation on Roblox, but on my PlayStation 5. On, good old-fashioned YouTube. The next Monday from 7:45 p.m. to 10 p.m., I am going to be doing a NASCAR Heat 5 live stream, so y'all can watch some good NASCAR Heat 5 content. So yeah, if you watch them, please comment up. I see a lot of people watching on Facebook, but I don't hear a lot of people talking. But yeah, still got a good turnout for both live streams tonight. Kevin Plaza said, hoping to make 2 races Saturday. 2 races Saturday. At 2 different tracks or 2 different cars. But Aaron Bruce said we going to finish Sumter for the next 2 races. Then we are going to get it ready for the big race. The big race in the Dark Track at Charlotte. I'm so much looking forward to the Dark Track at Charlotte at the end of October. Nathan Racing Events is going to make its 2nd annual trip out there. And last year I just went for practice. I can't wait to actually go to the big event for the Dark Track National. I'll be there Thursday for the practice night. Then I'll be back out there Saturday for the main big thing. Even though front-wheel drive races Friday and Saturday, but I make it out there for the Saturday. But Kevin Prazer said he hopes to make 2 different tracks Saturday. Well, how you gonna manage that? Most times all the racetracks kick off at the same time, unless there's a racetrack I don't know about. But yeah, 2 different tracks, bro. Okay. We see how that goes. Tanner Weebuilds. Hello, hello. Thank you for clicking on my YouTube live. Doing a live on Facebook and YouTube at the same time. If y'all wondering why I'm both looking back and forth, just reminding y'all. Be live till about 9 o'clock here on YouTube. So y'all got about 20 so more minutes here on YouTube to watch my good old live. Thanks to Hunter Gibson's request for me to do a little pop-up live. And then here on Facebook, we also got about an hour and 20 minutes left for a good old-fashioned live stream. I think we're going to plan another little official YouTube/Facebook live stream where we do them at the same time here sooner than later. Maybe in like 6 weeks of time we can schedule another one like that. Because it is always fun doing these live streams together, but most of the time I like to plan them instead of doing them last second, unlike Hunter made me do today. But, well, he didn't make me, he requested it, and I wasn't going to say no because there was already other people asking me when I'd be live on YouTube again, so I'll just pop it up now. But yeah, Nathan Racing Events should have a fun Saturday. From all I know, it's something. And that's the plan now. But, yeah, from all I know, it's something. But, for some good old Carolina Class Super Late Model Racing, 5,000 to win there, then 1,000 to win Crown Vic Race at Sumter. And then, good old fashioned Langston Speedway has their weekly racing this weekend, and I don't really know what else is racing this weekend. It's Friday, Carolina Speedway's racing, if you want to go kick them out. I'll be at a high school football gamboree at North Central for the finals gamboree. Have to walk it for the football team and get to watch some other good football games in the meantime, because there's like 6 different teams that come out there. One of them's us, but there's like 3 different games, 6 different teams. And they play because in like a 30-minute special of a game. So I get to see how those other games goes. As long as how all goes, hopefully we can win our Gamboree game this season, unlike we did at the beginning of last season. But we did win yesterday's swimmers against East Clare, 19-8 yesterday. So North Central Knights look to have a good football season this year, hopefully. And so, Kevin Brazo said, we see if it works out. Done it one time last year. Only thing I remember last year was when you went to East Lincoln, and then East Lincoln knows how to run their so. East Lincoln knows how to put a pep in their step. Well, we was racing at East Lincoln one time last year. They got done so fast that we was going to haul butt to the Lancaster. But Lancaster wanted to, all of a sudden decided to kick up the pace and speed along, so then we take a last second turn to the Cherokee. Because that was a crazy night. 2 racetracks in one night. Yeah, weird, crazy night. I just filmed the main events that I really could during that night. But yeah, I remember you doing that at East Lincoln at Cherokee. But, you know, the 2 racetracks that move along the fastest has to be... Now, don't get me wrong, Sumter Speedway's been doing great lately. I don't want to take any accountability away from Sumter Speedway. They've been doing great lately here with their shows, getting a move on with their shows, compared to the beginning of the season. But, it was like, well, if I go, we get done super late. Langston till 2:25 a.m., the latest they ever been at a racetrack. Then Carolina Speedway got done at about 12:50 a.m., and Carolina Speedway, and that wouldn't have been as bad if it was Langston to go home to about 2 a.m. But now we had a long drive on the way back from Carolina, got home about 3 a.m. But yeah, I still remember getting brought on a roller coaster that day when we did that. And it was unexpected. I don't know if you had it in the back of your head that whole time or not, but I just know Gessie came and got me. Gessie Plaza, Kevin Spencer's daughter, my cousin, came and got me. If you took a little context there, came and got me, and all of a sudden, I thought she was messing with me when she said we were about to leave and go to Lancaster. But no, we left and tried to go to Lancaster. We ended up having the Cajun Rays and went to Cherokee. But still both good racetracks. But the 2 racetracks to get the shows put on the puts on a show Most of the time they put on us though. And then you know, it can get done in a decent amount of time as easily can Lancaster. I don't know, that's the only thing I can come to mind, cuz. Tell me if I'm getting close. But, yeah, anybody watching on YouTube wondering what the Facebook talk is all about, y'all can sort of good old conversation back up here on YouTube. For Nathan Racing Events on YouTube, hope y'all been enjoying all the content lately. Thank y'all for what I know as of right now is 422 subscribers. And yeah, guys, so okay, I think I'm gonna close this one out on YouTube so I can focus the rest of this hour and 15 minutes on Facebook. But thank y'all for tuning out for a little wacky tackety. You can thank Hunter for this waggity tackety last second live stream here on Facebook. But sweet cuts we go. Get the #1 gifter for the little bit we went live here on YouTube. But thank y'all for the YouTube support for 422 subscribers on it, and go to Facebook if y'all want to continue seeing my live stream. So yeah, guys. Thank y'all for watching on YouTube. And yeah, big thanks to Hunter Gibson and that sweet Katsugo. Ooh, that may be. Apparently she's 30 years old and single. But yeah. I see y'all YouTube. Go check out my Nathan Racing Events Facebook group if you want to continue watching this live. So